can we go to bring Cecilia home, chat? We are the Jane Doe. We have PubSec all lined up currently for papers. We have them all lined up here. Don't look at Asher. Yeah, she's not part of the crew. Bud thinks she's part of the crew. She is not. I have everyone here. We are ready to bring Cecilia home. The outer ring. Actually, based. I agree. Based. I agree. I don't know how to get there anymore. HIA. Hollow. Where is it? 6th Street. Reverb. Elpis. Parking lot. Blazewood. There it is. Oh my god, Cheesetopia. We are here at the Cheesetopia. Surely. Yo, surely the Gopher of Wisdom will help us, chat. Surely the Gopher of Wisdom will help us, chat. Alright, we have to touch the gopher. Alright. Pat the head. Pat the head. Alright. Perfect. The ritual is complete. We must pull for Cecilia now. Wouldn't it have been funny if it worked like that, you know, simple? If it was just that easy, you know? Are you doing your polls before viewer polls? Yeah, I did my polls first, the last, like, 3 or 4 people, actually. I am, because I'm on a guaranteed, and nothing actually matters. It matters if we get early. Also, hi, Jetsy. Hello, kitten. Can I get an early if I'm on a guaranteed, at least? I got her on hard pity, but at least I got her. Yeah, at least you got her. Okay, we're at 50 searches until guaranteed? I touched the gopher. Please, what do you mean? The Cheesetopia gopher is not helping, chat. I just want to win the 75 also. Because if I don't win the 75, then it's so Jover at that point. 6. I have 54 here. 30 until guaranteed. Is it even possible to lose a 75-25? Yes, that's why it's a 75-25. Have you ever played Pokemon before? Have you played Pokemon and missed a 90% accuracy move, my friend? It feels real bad. Sadly, yeah. There she is. Give me a double, please. I deserve a double. That's fine. Right in the center. Bam! I love her. Cutie! Oh my god! Finally, let's go. Alright, now we need a weapon. We're gonna have to swipe again for her W engine, aren't we? I don't want to swipe anymore. If we lose the 75, it just sucks because there's no, like, ER comparable free-to-play weapon. So, like, I could use Anby's weapon on her, like, you know, Silver Soldier Anby, since I don't use Anby, but that doesn't give Cecilia any ER. Also, I had that weird post last night blow up. It's so not that serious, chat. I heard W engine effects are just it's so unserious. Please. Losing is her energy with an alt. Yeah, but at that point, if I have like a S rank like weapon, I might as well use it. What post? They removed Cecilia's She used to glow right here on her tummy, and I like posted it on Twitter, and it blew up, and I was like, dude, what? This is so unserious right now. This is so unserious. I gotta swipe again. I don't have enough pulls. Hold on, chat. Uno momento, por favor. Dude, taxes are due today, and then I'm getting snake tax also. What? I'm getting a snake tax? Alright, we're 40 searches from the 75. It was a glitch. The glow was coming through her badge. Wait, it was a glitch? It wasn't like supposed to be that way? That's crazy. I didn't know that. Hi, YouTube chat. Hi. Hi. No. Oh, okay. Oh my god, please let me win. Oh, it's at the very top. That's scary. Oh my god, yippee. Yippee. You know what that means? Oh my god. I mean, we're here. I might as well. We're here. I might as well. Heck it. I put the pulls into my account. I might as well go for it. M6 time? I do not. I mean, I do, but I don't. Me, I do have the money, but I don't. I can't spend that today. That is not. That is no thanks. I really want an M6. Her M6 is super cute, right? I haven't even like seen her M6. I don't think Zenless deserves it. I deserve it though. I deserve it though. That's right. Me. The BB. I deserve it. I deserve it. I need one more pull. Where can I acquire one more pull? Like dailies? Maybe? Coffee? Hold on. I need one more. I need literally one more pull for another 10 pull. Hold on. I need one more. There's no way we win the 50-50 though. After how bad Nongong pull? Yeah, Nongong was like really bad. But it's okay. If we lose, then we can use the guarantee for Promia or whatever, I guess. Give me my fortune. I'm cutting the line. Alright, this is definitely gonna make it work. I know where to go. I know exactly where to go. Alright. We are by, it's not dog food, but it's cat food. Like, that's close enough, right? It's not dog food, but it's cat food. Surely that's enough, right? Oh, I need to, like, actually claim my stuff. Surely. Ooh. Oh, perfect. Okay. I just need like one more pull. I need 70 more. I need 60 more monochrome. Dude, you're killing me over here. You are killing me right now. I hate this. This is bullshit. A view from tactics? No, I don't care. I don't care. Just give it to me. Give it to me now. Give it to me now. Now. I'm at 36 pulls until a 50-50 split. Dude, come on. Are you for real right now? It's fine. It's fine. Do not yell at the snake. I am so sorry. Do not yell at the snake. This snake is very sensitive. We have 26 pulls until the 50-50 split. I think I get it. I know what to do. All right, I know exactly what to do. Okay, we did. Okay, one big drink. Oh my god. Sandwich time? Okay, chat. This is definitely it. I should come right now. 50-50 win. It's okay. We'll win the 50-50. I know it. We'll win it right here. Please. I don't want to lose another 50-50. Dude, it's at the top. I'm scared.
If you want to escape or surrender, just let me know in advance, okay?
Oh my god! Yo! Today is a blessed day! The curse is broken! Oh my god! The curse is broken! Alright, one more. Okay, one more. Okay, just one more. One more. Delete account and do it again. Delete the account and do it again. Oh man. Yeah, there's no way we get like another one. We don't need M2. I don't even know what her M2 does.
I sent someone's peepers on us, Chucky.
I sent someone's peepers on us, Chalky. Dude, I sent someone peepers on us. That's actually super funny. Okay, where is her W engine? We shall equip enhance. I'm pretty sure I pre-farmed everything. This should only take me two seconds. Uno momento, por favor. One more? You sound like a true gambler. The Pupsec was like my initial favorite faction, you know, like Neps, like the precinct characters in general. So I do like Cecilia a lot. She holds a very, very close spot in my heart. But yeah, I think M1 is a fine stopping point. Dude, +2 sucks. Let's roll this one, actually. Ooh. Oh, that's sad. Okay. I don't know what I want to put on her. Maybe this one with more attack? I don't know. Maybe this one is better? Replace this one? This is fine. Oh my god, crit rate 3? Dude. Dude, her W engine keeps hissing at me, chat. She's hissing at me! Yo, she is hissing at me! Crit damage? Don't we want crit rate? I could use this attack piece also, I guess. Oh yeah, that's not there. Oh yeah, I made a graphic. Where is that? I updated it also. Is it this one? It is not that graphic. It is not that image. It is not that one. I don't remember where I put it. Oh, I think it's this one. What does she want? I guess we could do attack if we really wanted to. On 4? I know, I was so tired. I was fixing my sleep schedule that day, and then I fucked up I fucked everything up. It was not good, though. I'm gonna put this one on her. I don't think I really want to use whatever. I want Moonlight Lullaby. That's what I want. Maybe. But do I have an ER piece? I have this one, but it's double defense. These aren't that great, but I would probably rather do this one. That's fine, sure. Sure, fuck it. Sure, I'll take it. Why not? Fire damage bonus, electric physical, defense. I don't think I have an electric damage. Anything. Let's go build one.
You sure you want me?
You sure you want me? Yep, I am very sure. Video. 6 tweet. Let's go build one. Chat, I'm gonna delete every single disc that's in my inventory that's not locked down or on an agent. Do you agree with that? Or do you not agree with that? This is so bad. Okay.
What a perfect mix.
Ether damage bonus, HP, ether defense. All of these are pretty bad. Where's the R button?
It's truly remarkable.
I'm all in. Scrap them all. I would have probably hundreds of these things. These like master copy things if I did. Okay, so like if we go to dismantle and we go to quick select and we go to like discarded, there's 17. And then if I go here and I go quick select and I go S rank, I have 1,320, but that's not even all of it. That's like only what they could like register. And like look at how much more I have. Look at the bar. The bar goes so far. I have so many more just trash disc. So like
these fragrant melodies will keep me company while I wait for your next visit.
You know, it's whatever.
Take your time and savor it.
HP, defense, attack. I could just put an attack piece on her 5, right? Physical damage bonus, HP, defense. I really want a fucking electric damage one.
That this delicious composition.
But like whatever.
Truly, take your time and savor it.
Fire damage bonus, HP, pen ratio with double HP. Ether damage bonus, attack. You're the one who made the graphic. I did make the graphic. Would you like to see it again? It's right here. Bam! Bam, 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 bang! Bang, 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 bang! See, I just don't like any of them. I want attack
Perfect mix.
or electric attack. But I don't want just fucking regular attack. I want like an electric attack. And like this is like double HP. Physical damage bonus. This isn't even like percentage attack. This sucks.
Take your time.
Double
and
defense
savor
on an attack piece.
the joy that this delicious composition brings is truly
Double
remarkable.
defense. Maybe. The crit rate. No. Give me another one. Hit! Give me again! Again!
Take your time
Either damage
and
bonus.
savor it.
Astral Voice would be a good 4-piece. I don't have any Astral
These
Voice.
fragrant melodies will keep me
I
company
farmed.
while I wait
Oh,
for your next
oh my god! Chat! Look, electric damage bonus, attack flat, attack percentage, and a crit rate. Wait, we like this piece. Pog? Pogging? 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 I could maybe use some of these for someone else. Oh my god! Wow! Chat, look at this piece! Attack percent, attack flat, crit rate, and crit damn. Oh my god! Whoa! Holy moly, that's a piece. Oh my god. Oh my god. We went 2 into attack percentage, 2 into attack flat, and 1 into crit damn. Damn! I'll use that piece, sure, fuck it. Yeah, I'll use it. No, go away. No, go away! Where is she?
Me like that.
Come back here,
Are you
you
sure you
snake
want
bricks. I know, it didn't roll very well, but I'll take it. It's fine. Yeah, it didn't roll very well, but it's fine. Where is it? Chat, she is hissing at me again. Chat, she's hissing at me! She is hissing. That's not that bad. It sucks to it went into the flat attack instead of to crit rate, crit damn, but like, whatever, I guess. There was another piece that we wanted to roll also. This one right here. Oh, double HP kind of sucks. That's unfortunate. It's okay, we'll put this one on her and call it a day. Equipped. She is hungry! I like how it's USBs also. The USB really gets me. Okay, skills. Let's make her Giga strong. 1 Giga Cecilia, please. I haven't pre-farmed for like any of the Angels of Delusion except for Suna. So this feels so good. Oh my god. This feels divine. Dare I say cinematic. 10 out of 10. I love the feeling of this happening. Ooh. I don't even know how much I could go over here. Maybe we get a reroll soon? Yeah, that'd be like cool, I guess. What do you want to go to? Like 8, 9, 10? I'm not quite sure how far we could go. Chat, I can't believe we won the 50-50 for M1 Cecilia. Dude, the snacks? Was it the snack that helped? Do you think pulling with sandwich helped pull Cecilia? Comment down below your favorite sandwich. Comment down below. Oh, I need a little bit more. I'm running out of materials. Max her out? How? What do you mean? Like, max her out how? I don't, we can't M6. The only way I would be able to M6 Cecilia is if we won every single 50-50 ever. I don't think that's happening. I don't think that's happening ever again on this channel. That happened one time during viewer polls. And I don't think that will be happening ever, 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 ever again. Okay, I got it to 99888. That's fine. I don't think we have any more of these. Quaft? Quaft? No, okay. Exchange? Ooh, oh, no, that's not it. Oh, this one. Ooh, okay. Alright, we're back in business. Hold on a second. Pause? No quaft? I know, no quaft. No quaft. Do I have auto combat? I have 2 can be quafted. I can quaft 6 of these. Quaft. Sure, just fuck it. Just full send it. Just go for all of them. Fuck it. Take all of them. Eat all of the battery. She deserves it, chat. Alright, we have Cissia to the 9s. And we have fully built. Day 1! Oh my god! What? Her colors are so good for her M1. What? What? Oh my god, I'm an M1 snake haver. Let's go! Yo, she's so cute. Also, big sound about to happen. I'm taking a screenshot. Close your ears, chat. Close your ears, Twitch chat. Ah! I know, it's scary. I need to turn that off somehow. But if I turn it off in OBS, it turns off my... Yo, she would the fucking noise. Sorry. If I turn it off in OBS, it turns off my alert sounds also. Yo, look at her M1, chat! Chat! Look at her M1! Oh my god! I'm an M1 haver? Oh my god! This is the best day ever! Oh yeah, also, chat, let me show you... Yo, let me show Twitch chat what YouTube chat sees as our thumbnail for today. I actually kind of forgot that I did this. She is very fertile. Cissia, very, very fertile today. The polls have been very fertile. How fertile is she? How you gotta look at the M6. Her M6 looks so good. It's her without the it's her without her like corset on. I'm pretty positive. But the M1 looks so good. I saw that. Yeah, YouTube gets a little treat today. I thought it was very unhinged and funny. I don't remember what I was like looking through Zenless memes, and I saw a Zenless meme that looked just like that, and I was like, fuck, this is a great thumbnail idea. So I made it a thumbnail for today. Yeah, dude, there's Cecilia, I guess. My crit rate is really low, by the way. Yeah, my crit rate is like in the dog water. 32? How do we make that better, chat? How do I make that better? Maybe adding this piece instead? I need more crit rate. I don't want to like... whatever, I guess. Oh, let me do this one, okay. I don't have a lot of options. Maybe we need this to be crit rate instead. Did we pull any, like, none of these are crit rate, are they? Yeah, I think her 4 needs to be crit rate. There's 43? We have 93 crit dam, though. We have, like, too much attack, also. I need this piece to be crit rate really badly. Where is it? Here's a crit rate piece with +2 attack. But then I don't have an electric piece here. What about this one? This is an attack piece. Did I get any crit rate pieces? Dude, I don't know. What if we change this to crit rate? Okay, and then we change this to something else. Maybe we use this attack piece? Oh, I need the other one. It's at 6% crit the goal. I was at 47. I was like just short. Maybe we just deal with the 47 and we call it a day, chat. Was it this? Yeah, I'm at 43, 43.3% crit rate, and I'm at 93.2% crit dam. Roll better, true. True. Roll better, true, true, true. Anyway, she's built. She's here. I sent someone's peepers on us, Chalky. Yo, someone's peepers? That's actually really funny. Alright, Cecilia! Oh my god. Ew, she sounds like squishy. What? Ew, she sounds like squishy-ish. She's very cute though. Wait, we got another line out here? Oh yeah, it's for the whatever thing. Oh, did I accidentally walk into story? Is this part of like the main new mission event? I didn't want this to happen. You say that's everyone, my guy? You say that's everyone? No, it's an event? I don't want to do this. Nothing interests me. No! Oh my god, I don't want to do this. No! Stop tracking! Bring me back. I want to be Cecilia! Get me out of here. Okay. Skip? I didn't want to be there anyway. So, like, whatever. That's not my fault. That's Zenless' fault. Yo, she runs really fast, chat. Have you noticed that? Also, I can't tell if it's her tail that makes that noise or if it's her shoes. I think it's her tail. She's got places to be. She's a fast runner. Yeah, she do be smoothing. Ah! Wrong way. Oh no, I can't cross the street anymore. Save me! Save me! I can't cross anymore. Popsick is right there. No. Okay. Well, there's my Cecilia polls, I guess, Twitch chat. I didn't expect to get anything. I didn't expect to win to M1, so you can cross. I know I can cross. I'm just doing it for the funny. I know. You can cross right here. I know. I'm just RPing, and you all are being party poopers. I'm being a silly Billy, and you all are being party poopers. It's okay. That's typical Twitch chat. Do you think Cecilia can drive? I mean, we did see her drive in that one trailer, but I don't think she actually has a license, chat. Like, why would she have a license? Why is she so fast? She has places to be. Yo, Severian is after her, that's why. I don't know if I like the sound of her tail, like, whipping around, but it's like, whatever. It's not that big of a deal. Who wants polls, I guess? Who doth want polls? I think we had one ticket, and it's just Bomba. Bomba, what do you want? You already have my deets. I don't... It's, like, super far back in, like, the DMs. Is it pinned? No, it's not pinned. It's not pinned in our DMs, Bomba. I can't... It's so far back. Where would it even be? Up. I don't think you need to type it again. What do you mean? I don't think you need to type it again. I don't have it saved in my computer, Bomba. You think, chat, I don't save your information into my PC at all. I don't save anything. I didn't change anything. I don't save your information, chat. That's what I'm saying, is I don't... That's so scary. I just scrolled all the way up until I got there, though. Alright, Bomba wants polls, and he assumes that I keep his information on deck, but that's fine. We love a good assumer. We love a good assumption. If I, that's why I have you all do the ticket system, because the tickets just expire, and then I can't see anything, and if you think I remember your email, I literally can't remember what I ate for lunch like 5 days ago. So, yeah. Dude, I can't even remember what I did yesterday half the time. I need a verification code, Bomba. Actually, kind of funny. One verification code, poor favor. Jump. Yump. How How high did you get the tower climb? I finished the tower. I finished my tower. The top, we made it to the top. Yeah, we did. We did indeed make it to the top. Yeah, we did.
My dream seems to have become a reality.
Oh yeah, I am muted. I was drinking out of my coffee. She. Yeah, I was saying let's take a minute to appreciate my lady. I was taking a sip from my coffee and I didn't want to disturb chat. She. Yo, Yadhari got some crazy side boob going on over here. Actually insane. And she's like going in between her like sock. Like what? Like, huh? Hello? Sock? Based M6 Octopus, I know, and M6 Atlas. You know, those are the only two M6s you got, right? Yeah. M2 Ching E. You got M2 Zhao? Crazy. What do you even do? Attack increased by 20%. That's insane, dude. Yeah, I think I did know that, but I always forget. You see what I mean? I always forget. I don't remember like what anyone has anymore. Oh, you need another one of these. You need another one of those. You need a lot more of your A ranks. I don't even remember what I had for dinner yesterday. Feet enjoyer. No Nongong, no Arya, no Suna. Oh my god, in the fourth Angel of Delusion, Bon Yue Shifu? Dude, you don't have Bon Yue or Lucia or... Oh my god, we don't have a lot of people. No Miyabi, no Orphe, Seed. Wait, who are you playing?
I'm here, so we're good.
I'm here, so we're good. Who are you playing Cecilia with? What's the plan, man? How many Cecilia do you want, and what? Who are you playing her with? Cecilia. That's it. Just that. Just Sissy and herself. Sissy and Silly probably. She will be my Electro DPS. Hey, that makes sense. Somehow we'll make it work. You just want one Cecilia? Well, you're at a 40-40. Are you at a guaranteed or are you at a 50-50? Cecilia main DPS? What a chat. She can be a main DPS. That's like fine. I think some people assume that she needs to be a sub DPS, but she's pretty good as a main DPS. Who was the last person you got? It was Yadhari, right? This is like the loudest ping ever. I'm on a 50-50. Yeah, you just got Yadhari. As many as you can. That's insane. Okay, as many as you can. All right, well, let's see if we win. How about let's see if we just win real quick. As many as you can is crazy to say. Yeah, good luck. Whoa, okay. Whoa. Whoa. I saw your pull history's not that good. I'm scared now. Okay, Skippa?
If you plan to escape or surrender, just let me know in advance, okay?
Dude, Cissia. There you go. Another one. Okay. Let's do W engine. Winners always win! Winners always win! Okay, W engine. Because I'm assuming you want a W engine also. Just saying. In before Coletta. You're always talking about Coletta. Bomba loves Coletta. Bomba's like a Coletta stan. Please, I want to win the 75. She is good. Yeah, Coletta is pretty good. Winners always win. We're at a 40? A 40 search? Come on now. Come on now. Oh, you got a fossil? What the heck? A fossil? 30? Come on now, Zenless. 20. It went to hard pity for W engine, which kind of sucks. Bing! I'm assuming it's right here though. Yeah! Dude, she went. She really went. There you go. Dude, we're winners today! We're winners! Yippee! How are you doing that? What site are you using? I thought we couldn't do that anymore. What site are you using? I'm curious. Alright, let's keep going. The official top-up? Wait. Can you top up, like, online through HoYoverse? Yes? Oh, you can? I didn't know that at all. What? I just top up in-game. Or like on my phone. What? That's why third parties are getting shut down. That makes sense. Because Hoyo now has their own third party. I use a method to make them cheaper. It's just putting in a different zip code, right? You put in like a Turkish zip code or whatever. Turkeys! VPN to Japan? I don't know if it would necessarily be cheaper if you VPN to Japan. I mean, like, I know the US dollar is strong comparative to the yen, but I'm not quite sure how that would work. It is. Oh, it is? 100 USD to 75. Oh shit, that's actually insane. I need one of you to like make a little tutorial on how to do this, by the way. We're at a 47 on a 50-50 flip. Don't spread info. I'm not, oh! I'm just here to pull more Cecilia! I don't know anything, okay?
If you plan to escape or surrender, just let me know in advance, okay?
It was mid. We were at like a 47. Mid Cecilia. Yo, we love Snake here. Yo, Bomba and I were like the only two people being like, we're gonna pull for the snake. And look at us now. We have M1W1 snake. You want me? Okay, so you want to keep going or what? What do you want? You want a snake max? Are we snake maxing? Yes? Okay. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. I am scared. We're at an M1 currently for Bomba. This would be an M2 if we win. Or Promia. I guess if you want Promia, then you know. Are you skipping Promia? You're not like an anomaly user. Dirty? I haven't showered in like a day and a half. When was the last time I showered? Yesterday? 2 days ago? It was like the day before yesterday, for sure. The stinky buffa? Chad, how could you say that? There's no stinky buffa. What do you mean? I don't do anything all day. I hang out at home. I am an inside cat. I am an inside girl. Alright, do you want to use the dust? You have 19 pulls dust. Dust maxing. Yeah, you got like a 20 pull dust and we're on a 44. Hold please. Holding. Hold the line. Hold the line, chat. Hold. Hold. Yeah, we're at 44 searches. More swiping. Hey, listen, I'm down to go ban for band. Listen, band for band here. I'm almost willing to go for another copy of Cissia. Cause like, wouldn't that be that'd be kind of fun, right? That'd be kind of any matchers? Any Cissia matchers. It's okay. We'll snack max while we wait. Snack maxing? I M6'd the brick. Chat, that's what I'm gonna do whenever I M6 Jufufu. Everyone's gonna be like, why would you M6 that brick? People are gonna be like, what's your deal? Alright. The gods have spoken. Oh, the gods have spoken a lot. Stop. Someone's got their peepers on us for sure. All right, we're at a 44. We are at a 44. Open up those peepers, chat. Open them wide. Wide peepers. It was only 200. I know, but it looks like a lot. Peepers. Ooh, a hard pity. Listen, maybe Bomba got that fat tax return. You know? This is the snake tax time now. Ooh, 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 ooh. Double? Ah, it's at the very end. It's right behind me. It's right behind me. Please! Please!
If surrender, just let me know in advance, okay?
Yo, we win these! We win these! Let's go! I'm about to have a heart attack. I'm about to have a heart attack. Oh my goodness, 50-50. Yeah, I don't know what is going on. This is Aria all over again. We do have the lucky pulls. Okay, keep going, keep going. One more time. More. Sure, we get like a double or like an early? An early? A double or an early would be nice. Please. One early would be pog. Your luck has been really bad, by the way. Like, looking at Bomba's, like, pull history. Here, I'll like, show it on screen. Looking at, like, Bomba's, like, pull history, it is, like, not great. It has been pretty bad. Oh, sorry, there's sirens outside, my bad. This is very concerning, by the way, to, like, look at. It's not the best. It's not, like, the worst either. So us winning 3 Cecilias in a row is kind of crazy. Give me more snake, please. Alright, I see how it is. Alright, we're at 50. 50. please, Cecilia, I have snacks. I enjoy your company a lot. You could sleep here anytime. Her M2 is really good, by the way. Just throwing that out there. Alright, so like, even if we don't win this one, her M2 kinda giga busted. That's why I went for it. Yeah, I get that. Alright, we're at a 20. We are at 20 pulls on a 50-50 for M3 Cissia. Give me a double. There it is. Please.
Soldier 11 reporting for duty. Ready for action.
But you do have that M2 snake, and you do have guaranteed Billy. You could get Billy. The chain is broken. It was bound to happen. I said someone's peepers on us. Someone's peepers. 1, 2. Oh my goodness, but look at her. She looks so good. Oh my god. How many pulls do you have left?
You sure you
We have 7,500 up here. And then we have 37 in whale dust, and then we have blah, blah, blah. Whale dust too. Yeah, we have 37 whale dust. How do I get to this part? Bring this here. Fucking do that. Okay, and then go. Oh my god, there's so many. I'm gonna kill myself. I'm gonna do it. We have 37 tapes of whale dust and 47. So 40, 47 and 37. Do you want to go for the guaranteed 3? Send it? You want to go for the guaranteed? Oh my god. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. M3 art. Her M3 art is very good. I agree. I mean, you already spent the money. You might as well put it into the banner. Exactly, that's how I rationalize it most of the time anyway. We're already in the account. Like, it's like, what, are you using Zenless as like your savings account? I mean, it's there. Oh, you already got your money. I'm not looking for Billy or Promia. Oh, really? That's crazy. Valina and Norma? I do like Valina a lot. I think I like Norma better though. She's a cutie patootie. And she's like got a little attitude. I gotta go, chat. Thanks for hanging out. Okay, 42. Norma gonna be A rank? Yeah, we know that, chat. I know, chat. I can tell. It's maybe because she had a big A on her heckin' hat. Yo, we have 32 and we're at a 37. This is like the perfect amount. Perfect. Perfect amount. It'd be really funny if Valina to be an A rank and Norma was the S though. There's no way Valina's gonna be an A rank, chat. Be so for real right now. be so for real right now. Hi, I heard someone. Be so for real right now. One more. Ooh, right here. One M3 snake.
I know things can get a little ropey working with me. Just bear with me a little longer. Pretty please.
That's exciting, Chad. Please, let me see it.
My dreams seem
Where is
to
it?
have become a reality.
Let me see it.
You sure you want
Show it to me. Show it to me right now. Bang! Oh, that looks so good. Oh my god. Yeah, no, that peak art, peak M3 art. Well, there you go, Bomba. There's your M3 snake. I can't believe you got M3. That's crazy. That's insane. Someone's peepers on us, Chalky. God, I love her. I might M6 before the end of her banner. I mean, yeah, if you do like 3 at the beginning and then 3 at the end, you'd like be pretty good. Okay, who do you have? Not investigation squad. Base team, by the way. Who teams do we have?
No matter where we go, meeting you is the real reward.
With like
The
Astra,
anticipation off stage is the perfect prelude.
Cecilia.
You sure you want me?
I probably use Ching-Yi, right?
Let me finish my cup of hot water.
My
You
dream
have-
seems
why is
to
this
have
not on?
become a reality.
Take a deep breath. The spotlight's about to shine.
I sense someone's peepers on
I
us,
sense
Chalky.
someone's peepers on us, Chalky. This is like not in the right order, but you know what I mean.
The anticipation. Take a deep.
Let me
This is
finish my
fine.
cup of
This
hot
is, like,
water.
Fine. Oh, you don't have the the plug one? Oh, you have this one though. I should have most of the level up mats. That's not my job. That's not my job. Not my job. Not my job. I'm out. Not my job. Thanks for letting me in. I appreciate it. Not my job. Thank you for letting me do your M3. Actually insane. I giga Chad. Alright, let me go and pull again. I want to see if I can get another one. I want another one. I want more. I crave more Cissia violence. I crave more. Let me in. Oh, did I switch account? I just missed polls? Yeah, just missed polls. Did I miss Yudhari polls? We did Yudhari polls a while ago. I think Bomba did his Yudhari polls alone, which is like fine. I would also do my M6 polls alone if I like was getting Yudhari, you know? I'd probably just be like in the bathtub. M6 Yudhari bubble bath polls? That sounds divine, actually. That sounds divine. That sounds great, actually. Alright, how many polls do I have? I have nothing, I don't think. I'm poor. What am I at? I'm at 60 and I'm on a 50-50 flip. I only did them alone because I saw someone win 2 50-50s. I get that, I get that. Alright, I'm gonna go for another one. Ban for ban. Ban for ban. Ban for ban. And if I don't win, then Bomba's banned. Dude, that'd be crazy, right? What the heck? But what if I get a double? Bye, Bomba. Goodbye. I'm worried to use the tracking sites. The tracking sites kind of scare me after what happened to that one guy. Please, I only need one more. I'm at a 21. 21? What's 9 plus 10? 21? Ooh, it's right there.
I know.
Oh!
Working with me. Just bear with me a little longer. Pretty please.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Don't frighten me like that.
Don't frighten me like that.
You sure you want
Oh my god! Why couldn't Nongong have gone this way, chat? Oh my god, please. Nongong, you. Nongong, why couldn't this have been my Nongong pulls? okay, Cecilia is so worth it. Cecilia is, she is so good to me.
Cecilia picked this out for
Miss Cecilia! When you say mom instead of Miss
Why send
Cecilia.
someone's papers on us, Chucky?
Yo, why could I not, why could I have not had this good of luck pulling for Cecilia way back when? What the heck? That's insane. Are you for real, for real? I'm happy with M2, by the way. This is probably my stopping point. I don't have any desire to go any higher than this. Cause like if you're gonna pull, like a stopping point is at 1, 2, or 6. I think some people said that you like argued you like stopping at 4 maybe. I don't know. It's like if you're at 4, you might as well just all go straight to 6. You know what I mean? Like nobody is stopping at 4. Nobody is stopping at 4. Well, now you have to pull for the M3 art. No, I'm okay. No, I'm all right with my M2 Cissia. No thanks. I'm okay here. No thanks. I'll take the guarantee and the 2 50-50 wins. That I'm a-okay with that. Yo, I'm an M2W1 sissy haver. That's so pog. I love that for me. Here, let me drop this up in the Discord. Chat, I added a woo-wah section to Discord because it just felt appropriate, I guess. So if you want to post in the woo-wah section, go for it. Oh my god, I love that for me. Yeah, I don't even, I think I would,
Sure you
blah,
are?
blah, 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 blah. I think I would have to top up again. I have 8. And then I have 100 or 1,300. I maybe have like one more 10 pull, but like, I don't know. How about we do a 10 pull on C's banner? We'll do 10 pull on Seeds banner. I can't believe you won. I can't believe I won also, trust me. I know, me too. Trust me, I can't believe we won so many pulls. That's crazy. I don't think I have enough here. Yeah, I'm like short. I would get another like M1 seed, but I don't think we're winning that at all. Like, ever. There's no way we win 50-50 for seed. I just don't think that happens. No, unless. Unless. Oh, my game crashed! Oh my god, stream is gonna die! Ah! No! The stream, it's crashing! Oh my god, oh my god, oh no! I don't know what happened! I like tripped and then there's like more pulls in my account. I think someone hacked me. I don't understand. I don't know what happened there. Anyway, we'll just spend them we'll just spend them. We'll just spend them anyway. It's fine. I'm sure they would want to be spent anyway. You should have used the discount. Oh, it's whatever. I'll do that another day. I don't have time to do that. This is so fast. Oh my god! Early? Oh my god, early seed!
Oboe Squad's heavy weapons specialist, C, has arrived.
And with that, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I will be taking my leave. I have now gotten everything that I've wanted to out of this entire team. Thank you. I will be here all week. You should retire. I'm about to go buy a lottery ticket real quick because that is some insane luck.
I really like your scent.
I've always wanted M1 seed. Oh my god, this is so cute. Wait a second, she's finally not poor. Oh my god, we have premium seed, kind of ish. M1 is great. Yeah, her M1 is really good.